Alright, I think we are about to start match 2. Doctor against veteran bots, second semifinal. Well, while first, Kairus, are you here to join me?
I sure am. How's it going?
Yeah, the first semifinal was rather one-sided. Still, there was a lot of action, nice plays from both teams. So
Sure was.
I enjoyed the first match. How about you?
Absolutely. I think some of the things with the first match were surprising. It was definitely closer in that second game, a bit more drawn out. But I think one of the things that kind of surprised me is that, yeah, the KDs were quite even. And then you had this sort of massive gold lead coming in seemingly out of nowhere. And so I think it was just sort of a higher creep score and a bit of jungling mixed in as well, and just a more proficient, more deadly and coordinated team. I'm super keen to sort of see how these two teams play out, whether we see something similar.
Alright, so second, what's that? Okay. I know what's going on. I think now the team name is correct. Well, DR is was well known in European server, but I thought that was a joke from a team that they called their team Doctor, but actually, the name is Don't Rage.
Don't Rage. I like it.
Yeah, that's what the clan was called, and also I was there. Just to make sure my voice is on. Okay. I don't want to repeat my own mistake again.
Chad, if you can only hear me and it sounds like I'm talking to myself, please say something. I think we're good.
All right. Well, I need to switch to our draft screen because bans and picks. We are ready for bans and picks. We're
Absolutely.
From our teams. Well, I'm not sure. I would actually like to see another pushing team against standard team, but not as one-sided, I would say.
Yeah, or at least having both teams go hyper push strat would also be very cool.
Oh, that would be interesting to see.
It'd be kind of odd because you'd have to ban all of the non-pushing kind of characters to have that many characters in the game that can push, but you certainly could. We've got a Ray.
Okay, we
Ray
have our
and
first ban. And Caprice. Oh, that's interesting. We didn't see neither Ray or Caprice in previous matches.
Oh, sure. It looks like we're definitely up against a completely different set of teams and thinking here, with the two bans being, not a ban, not a pick at all of the last two, as you say.
However, what we have seen is Chester banned in both games, and now we can see if he is a threat, actually, since Don't Rage picks Chester.
Yep. Certainly, I'm trying to remember which of the teams earlier kept banning Chester, but certainly one of the teams was quite worried about the Chester pick.
I think Ember's team was actually banning Chester in both games, but I'm not so. I can't actually remember. I think our viewers can remember.
I think it was Abrams Gaming that ended up was banning Chester, first ban both games. So quite polarizing character, so it seems.
Yeah, it's interesting. A support character that and considered that much of a threat. Well, obviously he has great abilities. He is good at pushing. He is good at making an ally nearly invincible. But is he actually that strong? Oh, well, we saw Zaku in the last match, but Trace. Oh, I am happy to see a Trace.
Chat says that Mac was banning Chester. If we have a Mac. I don't know if we had a Mac. Vermilion and Yanu.
Yeah, well, Vermilion also was banned in both games, and now he's picked. I'm not surprised.
So
I'm not surprised to see him. Yanu, on the other hand, I thought that was just one-time event, but no, we see another team picking Yano. Would like to see what they can do to them. In the previous game, Yano was a threat, and what's more important, he was nearly impossible to catch.
Yanu is pretty low on the very, very unreliable win rate leaderboard that we have that is highly skewable, but down at rank 31 apparently out of 36.
Interesting. Well, maybe that's kind of strange because usually players tend to play more popular. Well, Yanu is not that popular here in Standard, and so the players who pick them usually are more confident players. So it's really strange that he's so low in ratings, in win percent ratings.
Chat's bringing up the fact that Valor has banned Caprice and then picked up Trace. Do you think that was the wrong way around? Like, perhaps Valor would have been able to pick up Caprice instead of Trace? Whether that would have been better?
We don't see a whole composition yet, but well, there is definitely no mistake. Caprice was banned and Trace was picked. Well, now we have third hero is Featherstone, and we are waiting for a ban from veteran bots team. Now both teams have ADC, both teams have support. Trace probably will go bottom lane, unless they have some other tactics, but I'm confident Trace usually goes bottom lane, so Yano will probably supported by some hero, but that's still, there is still room for both teams to change composition.
It's like there's a ban on Bow.
Oh, both teams.
Do we think that?
Huh?
I'm wondering. Do we think that veteran bots, the Valor team, there is a possibility of going towards a pushing strat with Zaku, especially?
Yeah, and Trace also can push a lot. At least Trace is very good at pushing enemy hero from lane. Okay. So our teams ban 2 tanks, Bo and Ace, and that's right. Both teams don't have a tank yet.
Don't know if the Ace went through. Yeah, I think banning Ace is one of those kind of, he does everything. He seems to be able to do everything.
Yeah, he pushes, he ganks, he deals magical damage and AoE. Seems like a strong pick. Yeah, very universal hero.
Yeah, I think it's a really good ban. I think that Valor would quite like an ace on that team, just to help round it out.
Yes. Well, we still have plenty of tanks on the board. We have Nikolai, we have Midnight, Shank. Oh, I would like to see Shank in the game. Who else? Cordeso, obviously, is a good choice here.
Yeah, very true.
Also, Vex can be tank. Well, he mostly a support or a magic damage dealer, in my view, rather than a tank. But it's still possible to go that direction. Oh,
Could always go more tank pushy as well. Things like Melody, Moxie, Lady Tinta, just trying to push through those lanes. This could be kind of what we were seeing earlier in the day with the first set of matches where push heavy seems to be really potent.
okay. Next hero to be picked is Nikolai. Here's the first tanky hero. For
So it is absolutely not going to be a push strat. What I think is that the ace ban kind of forced Nikolai, because your ace is really good at sort of that both tanky and damage dealy kind of roles. I think by banning ace, Valor was kind of forced to pick a tank and a second character.
Don't you think?
Ace would have been okay.
Don't you think Shank or Claudessa? Well, Claudessa maybe not. Maybe Shank would be good for pushing strats.
True, and Shank, Shank, yeah, I misspoke a little bit. Shank is quite similar to Ace in filling the damage and tankiness roles.
And now Don't Rage has the whole team ready with addition of Hale and Trixie.
That is a team fighting composition if I've ever seen one.
Oh yeah, that's true. So many good AoE ultimates that will change the direction of a fight in a second.
Yep.
Still
Lots of single target.
And enough pushing potential. Chester, Trixie, even Hale. Good. Well, Hale will be on the bottom lane now, I'm pretty sure. What might veteran bot team missing? Oh, they're already. I don't know. What are they missing? They're missing some burst damage, I think.
You think burst damage for the Valor team? Yeah, I can agree with that. I think a Melody or a Rook.
There's still Carter. Claudessa. Interesting.
It's a double tank. Going very tanky for the final couple picks here. They wanna take this late, I think.
Interesting. Maybe we can see a power resistance focused team here and see if it's still as valid as it was before CC reduction was removed from resistance.
Absolutely. I think the recent changes certainly will make an impact in this specific lineup.
Right.
I wonder whether the Claudessa pick was more or less whether it felt forced after the Hale Trixie picks, where it's sort of like we're going team fight focused, and Claudessa was like, oh no, we also had better get team fight ready.
Yeah, you actually have a point. A good point. So, we are waiting both teams to confirm they are ready to start. I'm most happy to see Trace. She's not as popular here as Standard, and would be nice to see what is her strength. Competitive game.
Absolutely.
What-
See the impact there.
What is the hero that you probably would like to see the most in those matches that wasn't picked yet?
Or one that just hasn't been picked at all yet, or specifically for this?
Well,
I'm a big fan of Moxie. I think every game that has Moxie in it is always full of action. and there's a lot of love there. However, in terms of characters that we just have not seen at all in this match or the previous matches, I think Rook also creates a lot of action, comes in and deals a lot of attack damage really fast, and plays kind of, I don't know, a mix between axe and melody. I don't know how to describe it, but a lot of action there. And so I think if I had to pick one character where it's like I want someone to pick this character, yeah, probably Rook.
Okay. I'm not sure. I think the best hero concept in the game is Jinshi. I would like to see her every game, but at the same time, I would never say no to Bandito. This is the most funny character in the game, I think.
Even though he never gives you the rewards in the title screen that you want? Like, never, right?
Oh, he doesn't sometimes. Rarely, but he does.
He gave me 300 elixir earlier today, so I can't complain.
Oh, okay.
Was it elixir or seals? It was one of the two. I was like, woo, big reward.
Waiting for game to go on the stream. Here it is. Waiting. Loading.
All right.
We are
Good luck. Have fun.
Sure. Let's wish luck to all our contestants.
Down? Cleverness always prevails over brute strength.
Right.
Cleverness always prevails over
I'm the
brute
outcast
strength.
swordsman of an outcast tribe. I watch my own back.
Arise, Chosen. Your next trial is upon you.
Yeah, okay. It's a well-rounded team.
It is time to prove your Medal of War.
Time to dance. Be brave.
So this Vermilion versus Trace bottom lane, I think may be pretty impactful as we push forward. I wonder which of the two will win in that lineup.
Enemy missing me.
Decent harassment coming up from Valor in the top lane, exhausting quite a bit of Karma's resources on the Chester there. would have been scary stuff. I'll point attention as well to the fact that Glory is going after the jungle camps, so he's spending a bit of time mid and a bit of time in jungle.
Enemy missing mid.
Yanu jungle. How proficient is Yanu at jungling? That's a good call.
Enemy missing mid. Help me out, little.
Well, I certainly wouldn't know who made the graphs, but I can tell you that there may very easily be bugs in them. Ooh. I think a good attempt to try to claw back a kill there on the Chester. Unfortunately, I don't think it would have gotten the kill, even if it did land. Or was it the hail? Or the hail? Yep. There's always two sides to it. You can look at that and say, I think, you know, this character was out of place, but a lot of this is forced from the enemy team. I think it was good plays by Glory. Oh no, I think you might be muted again. Hello chat, it's just me talking.
Why is that happening? I'm sorry.
I think you might have a hotkey that sets it.
I think it's not that. It's actually that every scene has its separate setting for muting or unmuting my microphone. To my surprise. Well, I hope they can hear me now.
Enemy missing top.
That's quite unfortunate. Bottlestar was returned to lane, got entrapped, but safe for now. Interesting.
Appreciate everyone, by the way, calling that out as an issue.
Enemy missing top.
Well, it's our first tournament. Not everything is going to be perfect. And as I said, I am not afraid to make mistakes. Meanwhile, we have early Baldir, but Insanity feels something is wrong. He's coming in. Will they be able to finish Baldir? It doesn't look like that. Karma is in danger. And he's dead. Okay, now he's the one surrounded by 4 heroes. He's trying to get away. But will he be able to? No! Himvar connects and no! He will die for sure. And wow, that's a huge turnaround on GPM, I guess.
Absolutely.
And Baldir goes to battle team. That was risky, but don't rage, and it didn't pay off, unfortunately, for them.
But you know, the great thing about that for us is that it makes this game substantially more even, which I'm all here for.
Yes, of course, I'm all for equal games. I want to see a 60-minute game, for example.
Right.
Where
I
one
wonder whether this is an indication of kind of early game versus late game. Are we going to see that Valor has a stronger late game or team fight capacity there? I wonder.
we'll see, but as you mentioned during draft, our team has very huge amount of team fighting abilities, team fighting ultimates.
Enemy missing me.
It's true.
So we'll see how it actually goes. On bottom lane, well, currently there's not much action going. It's hard to kill one of those heroes. No action. Jean, as I say, Jean goes in. Well, it's exchanging damage for now. What's going on top? There are 3 heroes pushed to a Velo tower.
Huge dive.
Yes.
No kills though.
Yes. Wow. Interesting.
It was wild. I think lack of stuns coming out from the Valor side, and so they weren't able to sort of keep anyone in the tower range.
Well, Glory team so doesn't have as many stuns. If we don't count ultimate abilities, just to prevent enemies returning under the tower. Careful. Pressure, but Jant responds, and now, well, this exchange was on AFO side, obviously,
Yeah.
but they are playing safe.
Eiffel
That's fine.
is up
That's
on
absolutely-
the KD there.
Oh yeah, AFO managed to kill, and at some point.
On my way.
Fortunately, we missed that.
Yep,
And now Jant is getting dived in, but that ultimate doesn't connect, and tower is going down, probably. Now, Zaku goes. Now, trap doesn't connect. It was slowed.
So the Vermilion got a kill on Trace at about 5:40. So it was a few minutes ago now.
Those graphs. Are you living
Those
here?
graphs.
Yeah, do you keep them open all the time?
I just click on them and open them occasionally.
That's good. Let
I
me
just
try.
tried them.
Let me try that as well. Well, currently, Mora team has 5,000 gold lead. Not as crucial, but still. Experience, well, only 2,000 lead. That's
Yeah.
even less of importance.
I know the
Augie
graph looks like-
dives into insanity. He is under a tower, but under Chester ultimate, it's not a problem. Now Snail's in a problem, but they disengage. Oh, ultimate! Nikolai is trying to survive. He connects with Trixie, but that's not enough. Unfortunately, Snails dies, and Nikolai is surrounded by 4 enemy heroes and dies as well in the end. That's unfortunate exchange for veteran boss, because now Baldir won't be contested.
Yeah, that was a huge few pack-offs there.
Unfortunately, our team was arriving one by one and wasn't able to join forces, and that was the problem here. But still, it's not over yet. Also, they already it's only 1-1 on Baldirs for now.
That's very true.
Nvai is trying to reach Favi, but too far away.
Oh.
Oh, and Karma dives in and takes Fetterstone. Fetterstone doesn't have a really good time, unfortunately.
While that was happening, Trace was jumping in on Vermilion, didn't quite manage to get the kill. But close there as well.
Half HP. I think Echo will
Trace
be
running in.
Enemy missing
safe, but wow, that's a lot of damage. That Mystic Dagger,
Yeah.
that might change how it goes on bottom lane now.
Yeah, that's scary. Vermilion has to be so careful, or maybe even change build order just to try to get a little bit more tanky.
Oh, for now he has only one component of his next item. He still can take something to defend himself. I'll probably keep it as it is, and hope at some time his team will visit bottom lane. There's not many ganks to bottom lane. Well, it's hard to gank Trace, let's be honest.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, Karma here is out of position and surrounded by three heroes. No chance. Now, Iano dives in. He's trying to finish Nikolai. It's a lot of damage.
Huge damage.
And Mystic Dagger as well.
Mid.
Oh, that's not a surprise to have Mystic Daggers on both of those heroes, of course.
No, yeah, explains
but
the high damages too.
Yeah. Okay. He has no idea that there is a trap, but he will be safe. We can't say the same of Insanity. He dodged that ultimate from hell.
So close.
Wow, that saved him live.
Yeah. Very well played.
Very well played. What a nice play. Okay. Our game calms down a bit. Was a minute or two, but soon. Oh, dear is coming soon. I've noticed another bug. I don't know if viewers can see it, but I noticed another bug in spectator.
Looks like we've got a gank on Trace, bottom.
Oh, Quarterstaff with his ultimate tries to connect, but too far away. They keep distance from him, and he is not able to get them out of position. Alright, now, as you heard, Race was heading mid. Oh, Baudir is already half HP, and unfortunately Vela team is too late to react. We have Quarterstaff here behind. Oh, that's a lot of damage, and he is dead. Giant with Mystic Dagger deals a lot of damage to Anno. It will come to who takes the first hit between those two.
Two glass cannons.
Two glass cannons. Both teams now stands on middle lane. Who will engage? Oogie uses his ultimate, it connects with two. Insanity in a lot of danger, he's dead. Hinva is a lot of trouble, he's going back. And, well, they survive, but still they lost two. Nice engagement from Oogie and Karma, giving his ultimate and speed boost.
Yeah, can they capitalize? Can they try to take out this tower now?
I think this tower falls down for sure. Question, maybe will they go for another one? I think that's too risky.
I mean, you could try to force out a mistake, but this is looking better and better for Glory here.
Yeah, it's already 15,000 advantage, and Quarterstaff now connects. That's huge damage on Hinva. Hinva uses his ultimate to attempt to survive, but unfortunately dies too fast.
Meanwhile, we got Hale on bottom lane.
Jean is pressing
narrowly escaping.
But I think, yeah, he is not going to chase him down that far away. He has two abilities to escape once cooldowns are not the case.
Oh, it's also so dangerous to try to chase Hale, because all it takes is to get stunned out of some grass, and then Hale can turn around and suddenly gain a bunch of life back.
Wow. Trace.
Here comes Trace.
Trace comes, attacks, uses her abilities, but I don't think she really attempted to take a kill here. Just some pressure on the middle.
Warning shot, you think?
Just taking away some HP, forcing them to stay passive for some time, not farming. waiting for their teammates to do a job. Kinva on Nikolai, trying to reach Karma, but he is on a safe distance. Oh dear, will respawn in around 1 minute. Meanwhile,
Vermilion running
is
away.
chasing Ethel. Ethel has quarters down around, and Jan understands that since Vermilion is so brave, probably something is wrong here, and doesn't risk it. Still, he is in trouble. He might be in trouble. He dives back. Oh, a stun connects! Wow. A nice prediction by FL. He hits that ultimate. And meanwhile, there is action around Baldir.
Half HP Baldir.
Yes. Can Vela team prevent enemy team from taking it? No, they can't. They're not even trying. And now Dark Waves will push all 3 lanes. I think bottom tower is going down for sure. And probably Glory team will focus on middle tower. Quarterstaff preparing his spells, and he is going to dive, and he does. Great ultimate by Hale, but Zaku protects himself. Hale dies, and all Vela teams still alive here.
Wow, that was a fantastic goal.
Nice ultimate from Zaku, nice ultimate from Nikolai. This was fantastic.
I'm surprised Nikolai survived there, but I guess the invulnerability helped so much.
Indeed.
Just from using the ult.
Still, unfortunately, team has lost 2 towers. That's not the end, but it's... The problem
I think Glory is lucky. Because if that happened and there wasn't Dark Waves, that would have been an immediate reversed push. But because they had Dark Waves, unfortunately Valor were forced to sort of retreat back and help defend top as well.
We have some action on top lane. His Sanity was trying to initiate a fight, but his teammates were too far away. Luckily for him, he didn't extend. Jant trying to catch one of the squishy heroes here, but they turn around and Trace just melts down before she is able to reach them.
That is unfortunate.
Meanwhile,
but so much damage coming out.
Sindara is going down quick. That might be the game ending if Vela team doesn't do anything before Kairus reaches their defenses.
On my way, mid.
Now, in the 2 previous games, we've seen Kairus both games, and in both games, that Kairus push was the final push. Do you think we'll see that here as well?
That might be the case. Okay, dives in, but there is only Claudessa. Not smart idea would be to focus on her, obviously. Meanwhile, they are all on middle. Kairus was set on top. Jant. Oh, what a nice dodge of an ultimate of Hail. That's one good ability, one huge ability down for a team fight that probably is coming, because Vela team has to do something now.
I think this is it. This is the game-defining team fight coming up. If Glory wins this, I think it'll be pushed into the crux. Let's see whether Vela can defend it.
Okay, Kairus reaches the tower. Now, Quarterstaff is preparing, but he's trapped. Tower will go down, but team fight is not starting yet. There is generator reached. Kairus attacks, and nice dive from Quarterstaff. 2 down with, if we count protection. Now everyone is a frog, is leaping away from Glory team, who just destroyed the generator. Only one hero is down, but generator is down, which is much more important.
Absolutely. And now we have one of the more controversial changes. I wonder whether we'll see it take place, but the center lane is now quite vulnerable for this Valor team. They can't really let minions go in and hit the Crux, because the Crux will go down to minions.
Sure, but first they need to push the lane for that. That will be easy if they kill 2, 3, even 4, maybe 4, maybe even 1 hero loss will be enough. Hinva, is he going to use ultimate? No, he just goes with his other abilities. I was thinking he will just use the ultimate on Hale, get him over the wall and in some troubles.
So we've got Glory team just split pushing all 3 lanes right now. We got Chester just on bottom lane of all places, pushing that in, trying to get all of the pressure on the base at the same time.
Seems that, well, the Glory team is confident they can have a 2 versus 3, 2 versus 4 maybe fight, while someone is pushing. It's fine. Hinva is diving in. He found Quarterstaff, but Quarterstaff found him. That's a lot of damage. Now Jant with his burst damage. And now Iana is dead. Everyone is frozen but Claudessa. Although she's tanky, but she has hooks FL, and now he's in a lot of trouble. Will they be able to finish him? Yes, they will. Jean deals a lot of damage, but now he melts under the ray of Trixie. Insanity has to run away. There is still first tower here, and unfortunately there is nowhere to run. Meanwhile, Ugi deals some damage to that generator. 4 heroes.
Although Claudessa died, she pulled 2 heroes so far away from the base. This would have been so much worse.
That is correct. And maybe that decided that that generator on bottom is still intact. For damage a bit.
And so there's a question of maybe those 2 heroes should have just said, you know what, Cledissa, you just keep running. We're gonna go and take out your generator, because you can't really defend that. But I don't think it's gonna matter here, as we see Glory taking out this generator regardless.
And now they will go. Oh, Jant finds Trixie. She is in a lot of trouble, a lot of damage, but she deals damage in turn, and Trace dies.
Did the boomerang miss? That was crazy.
Yeah. And now Ugi dives, and now Featherstone is dead, and everyone is dying. Just a lot of damage. Only Insanity survives. Ugi takes a lot of damage from generator, but now it is absolutely the end for this match.
Yeah, that's all she wrote. The Crux is completely defenseless.
Well, that's first match over. Don't Rage wins. It's 1-0.
1-0.
That was a fun match. We had some interesting plays. That fight under the second tower in middle, that was for Valor team, because nobody died from them and they managed to get a kill. I think there's something went a bit wrong when in early game, and Valor team had some disadvantage. I think they still can contest Don't Rage, and we'll see if they can in the second game.
Absolutely. I think Ianu was off sort of doing jungling and just getting that extra gold for the team, and it took a little bit of time for that extra gold to kind of show up in team fights, but it was just sort of from, I don't know, 10 minutes on, it felt like there was just a consistent theme of winning coming in from Glory there.
Okay, I think our next match will start soon, but for now we take a small break. See you soon, guys.
See you soon.
Alright, we are about to start. Kairus, you're here?
I sure am. Exciting stuff.
Well, it was an interesting match. Definitely. I'm sad that Trace. Well, I saw Trace and Arno burst damage potential. It was fun. I would like to see even more heroes now. What those teams can bring to us. Interesting.
Are you looking for even newer, differenter heroes than what we've seen so far? Or are there any...
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Reap, Pal, Caprice, Blazer.
Yeah, Harrower, maybe.
Yeah, why not?
Well,
Well-
I think it's strange that we haven't seen a Gokong. I would have thought surely we would have seen a Gokong.
You
by
know
now.
what? My experience in Standard, Gokong is strong late game, but as you have seen, most games don't reach that late game. Well, for now, we had 3 rather quick games that ended on 3rd or 4th Baldir at max. So
Yep.
at that point, Gokong doesn't reach his power when he starts to obliterate enemy team.
Yeah, I think I don't know whether this is sort of indicative of sort of the best strategy, but it does seem that across the teams that we've seen winning, it seems to be early pushing, or maybe that's just by nature of the fact that if you do have an imbalance between the two different teams, it will end early. I'm not too sure, but games have not gone long enough, as you say, to warrant heroes like Gokong, because they don't go late. They're not going late.
Do you think that the changes we have made affected that at any anyhow, or was it always the case?
Ooh, I'm trying. I mean, it's such a hard question. Like, yes, I would just recall the competitive scene from 8 years ago. I don't think it was. I don't think it was the case where early pushing was the play, but I also don't think that we know that it is actually that strong right now. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these teams, maybe tomorrow, one team goes early game push and the other team goes late game sustain and just holds them off and wins in the late game. I could definitely see that happening.
Yeah, that's a good point. This is like the first highly competitive games we have. Obviously, those players give it some lobbies sometimes, but still, this is the most competitive play we have seen for many years, and server is up for half a year, and players were trying some tactics, and now it is task for the teams to adapt to those tactics, and maybe they're actually not that great. Okay. Anyway, we are going. Okay, we are going through peaks and bans already, and as you can see, everything is going consistent well. Oh my God, it's Reap! Now,
Boy.
it's my call. Yes, that's the call. Oh, that will be interesting to see. More heroes. Let's see more heroes. Unfortunately, Caprice and Ray are banned, but there are 2 heroes we didn't see yet. But there is some potential we can see them in the future if someone decides, okay, we are ready to face Caprice, we are ready to face Ray. Oh. So, Reap, is he strong? Is his... Maybe don't rage now, feel confident and say, okay, we can play whatever. Let's just do random hero picks.
I'm going to out myself a little bit here, but Rip was one of the later heroes to come in, and I didn't play around with Rip too much. And so I actually, unfortunately, don't know too much about the playstyle.
Well, I'm not insisting that he's weak. It's just somebody who we don't see too often.
Yep, absolutely.
That's what I'm excited. I would like to see. I want, for most of the viewers, players, it is mostly that, we're looking for high-skilled competitive play. What I'm looking at now is a potential for balance changes now. And I can totally see what's strong, what's weak, what's working, what's not working. That's what most exciting for me personally.
Mm-hmm. It's not often that we get to actually sit and analyze these kinds of games, and actually in terms of community balancing, it's really hard to look at the game and think from a competitive standpoint what's actually balanced, because we don't have games like this. And so I don't know if I'm sure you share similar thoughts, but for me this is really awesome because it can really show where things may or may not need balance changes. Like, I think that boomerang should have hit last match, personally. I want to make a gif of it and just show it go like around the enemy and not kill, because I think that's hilarious. But probably
that boomerang. I mean, Trace's boomerang is a strange thing indeed. You're right.
Oh, we got a Moxie! Yes.
Alright, Moxie. Well, let's see the composition. Now we can see from veteran boards a very pushing team, at least with those three heroes. Ace again, now that he wasn't banned. Melody, burst damage, but still a lot of pushing potential, and Chester support. While it's still well around, but it goes towards pushing. And on the other side, well, we have Moxie, but he's not as good as any of those three heroes to clear.
Hey, you take that back. Your Moxie is a good boy, alright?
I never said he's a terrible hero. I'm just saying that he's not as effective at pushing and counter pushing.
I'm very protective of a Moxie.
Okay, Vermilion banned. Well, he was picked or banned in every game so far. The only hero that was banned picked in every game. No.
Ace, I believe, has been picked up.
Oh yeah, Ace as well. Yeah, Ace as well. So we have two heroes to look at. For balance changes.
Chester was also banned the first two games and picked in these two games.
Chester, yeah, right. Chester. I'm not very perceptive. Well, anyway.
Well, there might be another pickle ban that pops up and then reminds us of like, oh, this hero has also been picked in all of the games. But I think that's it. I think those are the three most popular heroes from a picking and banning standpoint at the moment.
Yeah. Are they that strong? Are they that stronger than every other hero? Or just they're more universal?
I think for Ace specifically is just so universal. Just very good at what he does, and he does a lot.
Okay, we have Hellman, our hero from last match. Someone who was hard to deal with. And now, Don't Rage picks Nikolai. They played against Nikolai, now they will have Nikolai on their side. That's actually the most surprising popular pick for me among all those heroes. I mean, Ace, Chester, Vermilion, yeah, it's Nikolai. That's something very unexpected for me.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy to hear Nikolai. Well, I love that hero, that hero's voice. Most of all,
I think it's just we need a tank. I think it was the thought process going through Valor. We've got Tinder, Rip, Moxie. We need something actually that can soak some damage, and I think Nikolai is a good pick for it.
yes, but why actually Nikolai? There's Bo Steam on the table, Claudessa, Shank, Bastion. Why is it Nikolai? That's what surprised me. I didn't expect to see him a lot, if at all, during our event. But he's at least in 3 games out of 4.
Yeah, and Nikolai is 36 out of 36 on my very unreliable win percentage chart. Literally the worst pick, allegedly.
And we have another 2 heroes we didn't see yet in the matches. It's Midnight and Harrower. I'm excited. So many heroes. So many. We can see pretty much everyone here.
Yeah. Midnight and Harrow, both completely new picks. Someone in chat mentioning a couple things here that Valor team, despite how well Karma did on Chester last game, the Valor team decided to still ban Ray. I wonder whether there's another player-hero combo that they're really worried about, but that also seems a bit strange to me.
No, everything's fine. And Gokong, here he is.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's interesting. And now
Ask and we shall receive.
Huh?
Ask and you shall receive.
Yes! Oh my god! I'm so happy. This match will be exciting. Even if it ends in 10 minutes, it will be exciting.
I'm looking at the 2 lineups, and I don't see this going early. These are not pushing lineups. I mean, sure, you've got Moxie and Lady Tinder, I guess, who can kind of push the lanes, but and Chester and Melody, but this has late game all over it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this goes late.
Well, okay, yeah, Gokong totally means they are aiming for a late game, that's for sure. However, I think it's more like, okay, we have 4 heroes that can that have pushing potential and early game, but just in case if something goes wrong, we still have Harrower. At least for me, it looks like that. Maybe it's not what is the thinking process for veteran bots. For me, it looks like that.
Yeah.
So I expect veteran bots to initiative to end this game quick, be active at start, and finish fast before Gokong use his ultimate and kills everyone.
That being said, I mean, Hale and, well, Midnight, I guess, falls off a bit, but Hale, Ace, Chester, they can hold their own late game as well. Not to the same extent as Gokong, Nikolai, and I guess Rip and Lady Tinder also fall off. But I see this as sort of both teams having a mix of early and late game. I don't know if I would necessarily say, based on one team composition versus another, who I would actually give preference to. I think this is going to come down to the skill of the 2 teams.
Oh, I have preference of Nikolai and Rip and Gokong. So I would like to see that. I'll try to stay fair. Of course. Alright, match is starting soon. let me take last
Getting
preparations
starting.
and make sure I am not muted. I'm not muted. Okay.
Was it a hotkey issue?
Yeah, I think it actually was a hotkey issue.
Oh no. Yeah, someone mentioned that while we were talking about some dancing that was going on in bot, you ended up getting muted. So
Yeah. There's the problem. I have same hotkey for Strife and some for and the same combination for stream for OBS. That was the case, and I didn't notice how did I end up with that. So 1 second, and we are about to start. So veteran boards, Iniq on Chester with Mystic, accompanied by Jean with Tortoise on Midnight. In the middle, Hinva and Insanity, Ace and Melody, Pincer and Bounder. And on bottom lane will be Snails with Tortoise.
no, I'm
I'm looking at that chat. I was a bit confused, but I think they're joking. They're joking. Everything is fine. Everyone picked everything what they wanted. Just they wanted to pick even more unstandard heroes, I would say. So on the bottom lane we have Ugi playing Reap with Razor, obviously. For this hero, the pet is no choice, I think. Waterstaff playing Nikolai and Flavi Moxie, Fiki and Mystic respectively. And Fel playing Lady Tinder with Bounder and Karma on Gokong with Pincer.
What's crazy is that no person is playing the same hero as last game. It is a complete roster change on both sides.
That's correct, actually. Most heroes swapped who they played. The teams were swapped for who played. So that's the case.
Yeah, some of the heroes are repeated, but not on the same team. So both teams are a completely different composition to what they were last.
This will help us to see if it's hero makes the difference or the player makes the difference.
Absolutely.
Okay, so far, best of start. Not much first bots. No diving tower like in the first match. Jaunt goes deeper, but nice shield timing, and FO loses no health until he meets that knight. Right. We see how Don't Rage takes good advantage of that Fiki and taking those neutrals.
Here we can see Bella going after the neutrals again, which is not something that we have seen this Glory team do at all.
Yeah, I think that makes gives enough gold above the gold that you get online. Actually, as you said that, Glory team goes for neutrals as well, just after they push the lane. So I think they're aware that they're neutrals.
Yep. No, you're right. Here I am being proven wrong seconds after saying
John
it.
dives on Eiffel, but he has not that much mana left, unfortunately, to continue. And Eiffel will continue bullying enemies under their tower, while Karma will be free farming.
One setting that you may want to put on is if you go to the settings tab, you can set the ability flyouts to all, and that way you can see kind of the flurry of abilities get sent out.
Yes, but isn't going to be a flash festival of abilities appearing left and right? Not sure.
Yes. Yeah, I think maybe early game it helps a little bit to track where the action's happening. 'Cause if you see a flurry of abilities being activated, it might help.
Oh, I think
I don't know. I think it's helpful.
I think it will be fair that I'll keep it as not many flashing abilities, and you will inform me if action is going on somewhere. I think that's fair.
Everyone wins.
Yes. Okay, there's fighting for that neutral chest on bottom. Well, not fight, but yeah, getting it without contestant. Oh, snails. Just a bit too late for contestant. I'm sorry.
Almost though. It was a good attempt.
Enemy missing top.
As we see, the team's trying to take advantage of neutrals. John goes deeper. FO is half of HP, but now isn't he too deep? Karma now will start dealing damage, but he is receiving damage in response from Chester.
This is quite amusing watching Karma go up against Chester.
Nikolai used his ultimate. Insanity in a lot of trouble. He dies. That Moxie ultimate was not necessary to finish him off, and we have our first blood. Nice play by Quarterstaff and Flyvick.
Very different pace of game on this round compared to the previous one, which makes sense. These are more late game compositions, and teams are being playing a bit safer.
Oh, they're trying to exchange damage in their advantage. Jant regularly dives into enemies, trying to spin his axe. Oh, it's Poleaxe? Wow.
Wax.
Poleaxe. Okay. Fire going for that vision. Is he going to gank top? No, just taking vision. Okay, taking some more neutrals, but Snails now finds him. This time he's just in time. Will be able to finish those neutrals. Oh, Ogi takes the final creep in there.
Still with it. Oh, Gokong at the top getting very low.
But unfortunately for them and unfortunately for the other team, they had to disengage because that ultimate was placed and would be dangerous to stay there. It's like second tower. Tower range extended.
Absolutely.
Another clone. Oh, nice attempt. Jant dives in. Karma loses almost all HP, but pushes his opponent away just in time. Nice play.
That was close. There was an extra hit there on Lady Tinder that I thought may have allowed Midnight to sort of cleave and get the kill on Karma, but it didn't proc. It was perhaps a bit scarier than it looked.
Let's take a look at gold graph. It's 3000 gold. It's not that big difference, but still there is some advantage on Baylor team for now. Yeah, there is not that much of early game action. Oh, for Chester get caught and Gokong jumps in and kills him. Will he be able to survive? He jumps over wall and escapes. Well played by Karma. Well calculated. How much damage he can have.
Great play. Knew exactly what to do there.
That's another bit of gold per minute advantage for them. Slowly starting building up. But we hope that veteran bots still have something in their pocket. So they really need to check bottom lane. They are playing extremely passive. Like, only fighting for neutrals there might be interesting. The neutrals now alive, but for now,
Yeah, exactly.
I think we can leave them farming for some time.
The other two lanes, I mean, it's crazy how much action's happening and just not quite being able to secure the kills.
Oh, but there were kills. There was a kill on middle, there was a kill on... So,
Yeah.
it's not absolutely nothing. And does
No, I
this
mean,
team-
it's
Okay, never mind.
there's so much action happening, but for there to only actually be 2 kills in this game is really weird. It doesn't feel like there's only 2.
Yeah, that's correct. Oh, and
Ace
Nikolai
jumping in.
connects on middle. He brings back Ace. He has no leap. Will he be able to escape? Oh, well, his defensive ability helps him survive. Meanwhile, Ugi takes
think,
another camp from Snails, from bottom lane. It doesn't belong to Snails, so Snails isn't able to contest them. Jand versus some damage to Karma, forces him to fall back. What about towers? Let's see. Well, on top, they keep towers absolutely full. They're untouched. On middle,
Bottom's the same.
and on middle, there is 60% on Glory Tower. Not much potential for stun connects, but damage is divided, and Karma trying to kill that Chester. He's chasing, he's another hit, and he dies. He falls. Now a good play by Karma. I was thinking that the damage will be not enough because they separated damage for a bit, but then Karma just focused on the Chester and it was correct.
Yep, Gokong's damage output is kind of crazy.
Well, the more time will pass, the more action will go. Meanwhile, on top, a lot of damage done to the tower. Karma is risking a lot, but he's safe. He's not afraid that Jant will use his stun and just kill him. Oh,
My instincts are telling me that Karma has really great fundamentals, right? Just skirting out in really clever ways, but maybe from a positioning and strategic standpoint could improve. Like, maybe you shouldn't be kind of putting yourself into those positions where you could be punished.
Oh, well, I think he had nothing to be scared of under that tower.
I'd be scared.
Okay, quarter stuff coming from mid on top. Tower is really low. Will they be able to grab someone?
Melody.
Oh, a Melody from behind. That's a complete surprise for her. Not enough damage to kill Karma. It's enough after a jump, but Melody will go down for sure. The fight continues. Jand grabs Eiffel. He's slowed, and now from other side Ace comes, and it's a double kill for Valor team.
Yep.
It's 3 down. Oh, it's actually 3 down on Valor team. So it was a nice team fight for veteran bots. And meanwhile,
Certainly
nothing
was.
is happening on bottom lane.
Yeah. We're gonna go bottom lane for another while.
Is it even I never liked bottom lane. It's like if you're equal with your enemy, there is nothing happening actually there usually.
Yeah. But the Melody in that previous team fight coming in at just the right time, playing that really well, even walling off Nikolai kind of as she died, and preventing him from getting back into the fight sooner. All excellent.
Good fine. Fine. Not much action. Not much of a threat happening on top lane. Although it
This is
was
very much
looking
like
like it.
This is a calm before the storm, I think. Once these teams start grouping up into teams of 5 and start contesting things like Baldir and Sindara, we're going to start to see kind of why these
Jean
teams...
trying to stop Karma from farming down neutrals. A lot of damage comes to him. He tries to leap away, but is not able to repeat his trick this time. Unfortunately for him, and it was a nice kill, but there is reinforcements coming from mid. Jant is not in a good position. He is trying to avoid, and Quarterstaff hits him, and this will be the end. But now Ace joins the fight. He leaps in. He doesn't connect his slow, and Violet team is able to disengage safely. But interesting. I like how it goes with heroes joining the fight one by one, turning it around. But in the end, this time I think Wayward team had more benefit from that fight.
I want to point out Zent did something really cool there, which was basically after Karma and Gokong got away last time, Zent was like,
oh, there is
"This time."
initiation on Lady Tinder. Will he be? No, he's not diving that tower anymore.
But Zent went sort of all the way around the outside and cut off Gokong's escape option of jumping over the wall. Very clever.
Interesting. I'm scared what Harrower and Reap will join those fights. Actually,
They must be good friends by this point.
Actually, there is some action might be going on bottom lane now that Quarterstaff arrived. Actually, we can see that
Enemy missing top.
Cookie doing slightly a better job according to his GPM on bottom lane. Mostly because of those neutral camps cleared, I guess. Meanwhile, Ace is going for Gokong on middle lane.
On my
He's
way.
slows, but Gokong is not doing anything funny, anything risky this time, and just gets away. Not a single Baldir by this point yet.
Yeah, and I think the reason is because both teams realize and acknowledge that if you go for Baldir, you have a really sizable chance at getting a unfavorable team fight as you try to do it.
No, I'm not mistaken. Karma used his ultimate for nothing. I think he was afraid that Glory team is doing Baldir. Now he has no ultimate for 1 minute. For another minute. But Quarterstaff leaps into the tower. He was chasing Melody but decides to take Ace instead. But somehow Insanity was returning to help Ace and get under Moxie ultimate. Well, that's unfortunate. You were trying to help and died.
I didn't even see that, but, you know, Melody dying in the blink of an eye, that's expected.
Yeah. Alright, now we have Glory team around Baldir, making sure that Baldir won't be taken. Karma is playing offensive, but obviously decides to disengage once Chester uses his ultimate. There is Lady Tinder in bushes. Well, it would be very scary for her to go there, but still, Giant and Lady Tinder fighting. Ultimate is on. Will it be enough damage? It will be enough damage. Giant dies in the end, but still manages to get Lady Tinder down. Now Quarterstaff dies for Chester. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. That ultimate misses just because Gokong pushes enemy away. That's why Quarterstaff is takes too much damage. Meanwhile, Ugi is under pressure. Not like it was probable that he would go down. Meanwhile, top tower is down.
I think there was definitely some miscommunication there. When Zent on Midnight was chasing after Lady Tinta and ended up getting that kill under tower, it took quite a long time, but the Chester was also there, but didn't follow the Midnight and didn't engage in fighting Lady Tinder. And maybe if he did, they could have lived there.
Yeah, I think you're correct. You're absolutely correct.
But of course, you know,
Okay.
spectator vision.
Now there is action on the middle, but there's two tanky heroes. They focus on Ace. Now Nikolai grabs Midnight. He's in the middle of action. Karma is low HP, but Jean doesn't hit him. He hits Nikolai, and that's a problem. Now Ace dies as well.
There was an incredible amount of damage from the Moxie, landing the ultimate on 3, and I think 2 of them were in the critical center zone.
Fantastic. Yes. Totally
Huge damage.
in advantage to Viola team. Let's see those while we have done. Oh, actually, Insanity came for Ugi, but they decided to go away from Shava peacefully. Snails. Now, finally, Karma meets Snails. What? There is a heroine in this game. That's a surprise for him, I guess. Okay, let's see the gold difference. It's around 12,000 gold in favor of Viola team.
Yeah, but this is sort of late game builds, and so
Indeed. Jant is getting a lot of damage. Quarterstaff hits his ultimate, but instead
he's gonna live.
he lives. Even despite that damage, and now Karma with his ultimate deals a lot of damage to Ace, and he dies. While the chase continues, Snails was going to
Attack this enemy.
beat, but he is alone. Wait, what? How did Quarterstaff die there? Alone? From Chester? Was he focused by tower and Chester got the credit for the kill? Oh,
I'm not too sure.
I missed that. Interesting. Oh, a Moxie ultimate, but Chester was far away enough. Okay.
Yeah, it might have been a bit of greed coming in from Quarterstaff to die there. But I'm not too sure what happened. I thought he was
Disengage.
safe.
He was safe, but he was still low HP. Maybe he decided, I need a break. I go to well anyway. Karma is in a lot of trouble. He's surrounded, but he will give all. Oh no, he won, and now he's definitely dead. But attack continues, and now Lady Tinder is in a lot of trouble. Quarterstaff arrives, but it's too late for him.
This is a strong reverse push, but the question is, how are Glory going to capitalize on it? Are they going to go to Baldir? Are they going to push a tower down? They need to do something.
Yeah, that would be a great opportunity to get Baldir, but meanwhile on bottom lane, Ugi is pushing, getting closer to a tower. You can't just leave them alone here, otherwise it won't be a great exchange, and because of that, just because Herover has to return, I guess, unfortunately, Glory team doesn't really capitalize that.
Yeah. And this is why I think, even though the gold and experience graph show a reasonably heavy lead in terms of both for Valor, it's not really the case when you've got these two teams with the super long game lineups, because it really does depend on the team fights.
Eye of Temper on Moxie. Oh, power, of course. Oh, actually, it's why not? I'm not used to seeing that item on Moxie, but it's cooldown reduction after all. Actually, yeah. I think this is that Eye of Temper is the most overpowered item in the game. What do you think about that?
I admittedly haven't played around with it too much, but anything that can stop someone from moving is very, very powerful, and it's an AoE.
Meanwhile, in middle lane, Quarterstaff dives in, grabs Chester, he just disappears from the map. And there is... Before that, Glory team lost another tower on the middle. Now, Veiler is just next to the generator and they're starting to do damage. Karma is diving deep, but he leaps away. He's fine. Everything's fine.
One of the lesser known or lesser used things is that Eye of Tempera can be used to, for example, save your carry, because anything inside that bubble cannot take damage. And so if you've got an engagement happening, you know, your
Sanity
tank
tries-
is being...
Tries to deal damage, but unfortunately he misses the stun. Otherwise, Karma would be dead for sure. Now, Insanity is surrounded, and that tower is not going to help him at all.
At all. And I can't even look at that and
Meanwhile-
say out of faith.
Meanwhile, Snails was trying sneakily taking Baldir, but now he has to return back. And now Baldir is half HP.
Spread out and par.
That
To glory,
surprises me.
to glory. Okay, there is action on bottom, and Karma and Flavi takes Chester again. To glory advantage. Veiler has no idea that right now Baldir is half HP, less than half HP. And
Yep.
they are just pushing, and now Quarterstaff hits Snails, trying to grabs him, and Snails has no way to run, unfortunately for him. Karma is attacking his diving generator, and he's successful at taking Midnight. This starts to become a problem. Will this generator go down now?
Melody's damage there will help a lot. Oh, just missing the stun on Gokong. That would have been very deadly to Gokong there, I think.
Surely. But now, will the Don't Rage team continue the pressure, keep their opponents on the base, or will they start taking bosses? Actually, at this point, when no Baldir died during the game, Quarterstaff goes in, tries to find someone to grab, he finds the Insanity, he grabs Ace instead, but that's not a good target for him. Gokong rushes in just to finish everything. He gets 2 kills, but was it worth it? Now
I don't think so.
that-
I don't think that was worth it because the push instantly finishes here.
Yes,
You know?
now they can't finish that generator that got it to half HP, but they can't get more gold for now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think the fact that no one's gone for Baldir or Sundara this game, that's curious.
Well,
And I wonder whether this is just something that is slipping people's mind a bit, like you just kind of
I think
forget about
the problem
objectives,
is,
but-
well, at earlier stages, nobody had a good position to make sure they are safe at taking out Baldir, and now it is 0-0 on Baldir, and it's not a huge impact if they take him. Of course. Oh wait,
True.
I'm wrong here. Actually, Baldir is dead. I didn't notice that.
Did. Someone sniped him.
When did that happen? Well, actually, Velo team, Velo team took it. We're discussing how Baldir is never killed, but he is dead at this moment. It's
Yeah,
funny.
he died 2 minutes ago. Oh no.
Maybe we missed something else. Oh, a nice catch, but Tinder for Melody, and fight stops
I
for a
have
minute. Quarterstaff dies. Ugi is under pressure. He gets a lot of damage on him, but he returns back and just slides through everyone. What a turnaround!
damage.
Chester dodges the last hit, but in the end he dies anyway. Snails tries to do something to defend, to kill Karma, but instead he dies, and I think this is generated down for sure.
This is absolutely generated down. You've got a Moxie that can deal with all of the minions, you've got a creep wave and a half here, and you've got a Gokong doing that to the generator.
That fight started good, but they didn't manage to take... I think this might be the end of the game. Melody only returns in 3 seconds. And Crux is falling down. Yes, it is the end. Well,
GG.
it was a good game. I think veteran bots just were missing just a bit in that last team fight. If they managed to kill Reap right away before he retaliated and destroyed everyone with his ultimate, and they had a good position and they could turn around that game. Unfortunately, there was that small bit was not enough, and that was the end of the game.
Yeah, this is definitely one that I will think I'll rewatch. It was a good game, quite back and forth, and it seemed like Valor were sort of in a dominant winning position, but then there were signs of life coming through. And then it kind of just all snowballed towards the end there, with a couple of team wipes and Baldir, of course.
Sure, that's why having advantage is good.
Absolutely. And I have to question. There was a chance there. There was a point where Glory were, they won this big team fight. I think it was 5 versus 2. Left on the map, and they just kind of weren't able to or didn't push. And one or two members had to go down to bottom lane to defend. But I can't help but feel that there should have been a Baldir or there should have been a tower push, something to get more advantage out of that state.
Absolutely. Well, unfortunately, that was our last game. That was exciting. Every game was exciting for me for one point or another. Also, it seems that in the first matches they were kind of one-sided, but Don't Rage against veteran bots, I wouldn't say so. There was advantage on Don't Rage side all the time, but there was always feeling that veteran bots still have a chance to turn around. Well,
Absolutely.
I think, unfortunately, that's all for today. Tomorrow, we will see the finals. The Don't Rage against Abrams Gaming. Am I correct? Am I pronouncing teams correct?
I believe so, yes, yep.
Alright. Time for the match will be announced later. And for now, I think that's all. Thank you, Kairus, for joining me. And
We're very welcome.
And we see you tomorrow, guys. It's all for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a good time. Bye.
Bye!